Florida is one of the most visited places in the entire world. And when you see it for the first time, you immediately understand why. It has the most famous theme parks on earth, one of the most exciting and glamorous cities in the country, wild, untouched nature that most visitors never take the time to see, beautiful beaches that stretch for over 1,000 miles, history that goes back hundreds of years, and a lifestyle that ranges from laid back and peaceful to non stop and electric. There is no single version of Florida. That is exactly what makes it so special. This is your complete guide to the Sunshine State. Let's start from the top Orlando, theme parks. If there is one city that defined family travel for the last 50 years, it is Orlando. This city is the theme park capital of the world, and nothing else comes close. Walt Disney World alone has four full theme parks spread across 40 square miles. Magic Kingdom is the classic the castle, the parades, the rides that have been running for decades. EPCOT takes you around the world in an afternoon with food, culture, and technology all in one place. Hollywood Studios brings movies to life with shows, stunts, and experiences you cannot get anywhere else. And Animal Kingdom is a safari, a theme park, and a conservation center all rolled into one. Just next door is Universal Studios Florida. The wizarding world of Harry Potter here is unlike anything you have experienced before. You walk through Hogsmeade, you hold a wand, you ride through Hogwarts Castle. It is genuinely immersive in a way that surprises even people who are not big Harry Potter fans. Orlando is perfect for families with young children, for couples, and for large groups. Beyond the parks, there is great food, shopping, and entertainment spread all across the city. The best time to visit is January through April. Crowds are smaller, the weather is comfortable, and you will enjoy every single day of it. Miami, a city unlike any other. Miami is in a category of its own. It is bold, colorful, fast, and unlike anywhere else in the United States. The moment you arrive, you feel it. Start in Wynwood, the arts district on the north side of downtown. Every building here is covered from top to bottom in murals painted by artists from around the world. It is an open-air gallery and it is completely free to walk through. Head south to Brickell for the city's financial heart and some of the best rooftop dining in the country. The views from up there, the bay, the buildings, the evening light are hard to forget. And then there is South Beach. Ocean Drive is the main strip, and at night it comes fully alive. Art Deco buildings with neon lights, outdoor tables spilling onto the sidewalk, music coming from every direction. The crowd here genuinely comes from every corner of the world. But Miami is not just nightlife. Early mornings on the beach are quiet and beautiful. The food scene spans Cuban, Haitian, Colombian, and everything in between. And Biscayne Bay offers boat tours where you can see celebrity homes from the water. Miami is the kind of city that gives you more every time you visit. The best time to come is November through April, when the humidity drops and the city is at its best. St. Augustine, the oldest city in America. Most people flying into Florida head straight for the theme parks or the beach. But if you have even one extra day, drive up to St. Augustine. It is the oldest European-founded city in the United States, settled in 1565. The Castillo de San Marcos is a 17th century stone fort that still stands completely intact. Walking through it, you genuinely feel like you have stepped back in time. The Old Town area has narrow cobblestone streets, small restaurants, and buildings that are hundreds of years old. It feels more like southern Spain or Portugal than it does Florida. For travelers who love history, architecture, or just something a little different from the usual Florida experience, St. Augustine is one of the most rewarding stops in the entire state. Florida's best beaches. Let's talk about the beaches. Because Florida does this better than almost anywhere else on earth. The state has over 1,300 miles of coastline. That is not a small number. It means there is a beach for every kind of person, every kind of trip. Clearwater Beach on the Gulf Coast is one of the most well known beaches in the country. The sand here is impossibly soft and white, almost like sugar, and the water is calm and warm. It is easy to reach from Tampa, and it is one of the most family friendly beaches in all of Florida. Siesta Key, just south of Sarasota, is a different kind of beautiful. It is regularly ranked one of the top beaches in the entire country, and the reason is simple. The sand here is made of almost pure quartz, which means it stays cool even in the middle of summer. It is soft, it is bright white, and it feels like nothing else beneath your feet. Key West has a completely different energy from the rest of Florida's beaches. It is relaxed, tropical, and a little bit wild, like a Caribbean island that decided to stay American. The sunsets here alone are worth the drive, and Daytona Beach offers something you will not find anywhere else. You can actually drive your car directly onto the beach and park right next to the water. It is a classic Florida tradition that has been going on since the early 1900s. But if you are looking for the most visually stunning water in the entire state, go to Destin. Destin sits on the Emerald Coast in northwest Florida, and the water here is a shade of green that most people assume only exists in the Caribbean. It is crystal clear, warm, and absolutely breathtaking on a sunny day. Florida has a beach for every kind of traveler, and every single one of them is worth visiting. The Everglades, wild Florida. Now let's go somewhere most tourists skip and completely shouldn't. The Everglades. This is one of the most unique ecosystems anywhere on the planet. It is a slow moving river of grass, ancient, enormous, and quietly alive in every direction. Alligators are everywhere here, and we mean everywhere. You will see them sunbathing on the banks, gliding across the water, and occasionally crossing the path right in front of you. Crocodiles live here too, one of the very few places in the world where alligators and crocodiles share the same habitat. The bird life is extraordinary. Herons, egrets, roseate spoonbills, osprey. If you enjoy wildlife, this place will genuinely move you. An airboat ride through the Everglades is one of those experiences that is impossible to fully describe. You are moving fast across open water, surrounded by nothing but sky and grass and silence between the engine bursts. And the wildlife is not behind glass, it is right there. The best time to visit is the dry season, November through April. Water levels drop, wildlife concentrates, and the trails and boardwalks are actually dry enough to walk. Do not skip the Everglades. It is the most honest version of wild Florida you will ever see. The Florida Keys, a drive across the ocean. The Florida Keys are unlike any road trip destination in the United States. To get there, you drive across the ocean. The Overseas Highway connects the Florida mainland to Key West through a chain of 42 bridges, stretching more than 100 miles over open Atlantic water. The water on both sides of you changes from blue to green to turquoise depending on the time of day. The 7-mile bridge is the most dramatic stretch of the drive. For 7 miles, there is nothing around you but ocean. It is a moment that makes you feel genuinely small in the best possible way. The Upper Keys, Key Largo and Isla Morada, are famous for fishing and diving. The coral reef here is the only living coral barrier reef in the continental United States. Snorkeling and scuba diving in these waters puts you face to face with sea turtles, tropical fish, and coral formations that most people have only ever seen in documentaries. Key West, at the end of the road, is a destination all on its own. Every single evening, people gather at Mallory Square for the sunset celebration. Street performers, musicians, artists, and hundreds of visitors all come together to watch the sun disappear into the Gulf. There is applause when it finally goes down, every evening. After the sunset, Duval Street takes over. It is the heart of Key West nightlife. One long street of open air bars, live music, and a crowd that never seems to go home. The Keys feel like a different country, slow, warm, and completely free. Tampa, the city that surprises everyone. Tampa is one of those cities that surprises almost every visitor who gives it a chance. It does not have the fame of Miami or the theme parks of Orlando, but what it does have is a genuine lived in character that a lot of Florida's bigger names are still working on. The Tampa River Walk runs along the Hillsborough River right through the center of the city. It is a wide, well maintained path with restaurants, parks, and waterfront views on both sides. On a weekend morning, it is one of the nicest places to just walk and take in the city. Busch Gardens is one of the most unique attractions in all of Florida. It combines a full scale theme park with a legitimate zoo and African safari experience. In the same afternoon, you can ride a world class roller coaster and watch a herd of rhinos walking across an open savanna. There is genuinely nothing else quite like it. And then there is Ybor City. Tampa's historic Cuban district was built in the late 1800s by Cuban cigar workers, and the neighborhood still carries that history in every brick and every building. Today, it is filled with excellent restaurants, craft bars, live music, and a nightlife scene that locals have quietly known about for years. Tampa also has some of the best seafood in the state. Fresh grouper, stone crab, and Cuban sandwiches that have been perfected over generations. If you have been flying past Tampa on the way to somewhere else, it is time to stop. Give it 2 days. It will earn them. Luxury Florida. Florida is also home to some of the most expensive real estate in the world. Palm Beach has been a destination for wealth and luxury for over a century. The homes here are historic, massive, and right on the water. Fisher Island sits just off the coast of Miami and is only reachable by boat. It is one of the wealthiest communities in the entire country. Boca Raton brings together high-end resorts, yacht marinas, and oceanfront living in one place. If you want to see how the other half lives, a boat tour of Biscayne Bay will show you everything. You cruise past the waterfront estates of some of the most recognizable names in the world. Party and nightlife. Florida is one of the best places in the world to celebrate. Fort Lauderdale has over 300 miles of waterways winding through the city. Boat parties here are a way of life. Miami's nightlife scene is world famous. Rooftop bars, beach clubs, and late night restaurants that fill up at midnight. And Key West, Duval Street is in a league of its own. It is an entire street of open air bars and live music. And the night just keeps going. Florida's natural springs. Here is something most people visiting Florida never find out. Florida has over 700 natural springs, and they are absolutely beautiful. Weeki Springs State Park has water so clear you can see the bottom from the surface. It is perfect for kayaking, swimming, and just sitting quietly in the middle of nature. Silver Springs State Park offers glass-bottom boat tours. The spring water is so clear you can see fish, plants, and the sandy floor 20 feet below you. If you need a break from the crowds, Florida Springs are the best kept secret in the state. Retirement and quiet living. Florida is the most popular retirement destination in the United States, and the reasons are simple. No state income tax, warm winters, and beautiful places to live. Naples is known for its calm beaches, world-class golf, and relaxed pace of life. Sarasota has a strong art scene, outdoor markets, and stunning Gulf sunsets. The Villages is one of the fastest growing retirement communities in the country. It has everything: golf, restaurants, events, and it keeps growing every year. Retirement in Florida is nothing like sitting still. Florida is hard to summarize in one video. It's theme parks and quiet beaches, wild swamps and luxury mansions, road trips across the ocean, and sunsets that stop you in your tracks. No matter what kind of trip you're looking for, Florida has it. Leave a comment below and tell us which part of Florida you want to visit most. And if this guide was helpful, subscribe to Nitin Uncharted. We have a lot more to show you.